Alright, what's up everyone, Johan here, and I'm going to be doing a quick impressions, analysis kind of thing video for the new Three Houses trailer we got. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. I'll be pausing here and there to give my full thoughts on some things. So let's get on with it. You've probably heard a lot of the opinions already from more famous YouTubers and Reddit and stuff, but you know, it's still kind of fun for me to do. I like throwing my opinion out there. Alright, so here we have the new, probably Dragon Manakete, whatever, Sothis. Yeah, we'll just get on with this. Alright, so right off the bat, we got the continent name drop, which is nice after what they did with Fates. And they're giving us the premise from the beginning. I mean, they kind of sort of did in the first trailer, but now we're getting like the actual names and stuff of the empires and whatnot. So that's nice to have. Freaking Fargus. That's freaking hilarious. Excuse me. So funny. Like, it's slightly spelled different too from the pirate captain in FE7. Won't be able to like get that out of my mind whenever Fargus is mentioned. There's got to be a meme somewhere out there already. Relative harmony for now. Okay, so right here we got the first look at female Byleth. I'll be honest, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh snap, there she is! Looks pretty good." After analyzing a bit more, like, I don't think I'm a fan actually. Her outfit's just kind of weird to me, honestly. Like, exposed stomach area, like the leggings look really weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan anymore. I like her portrait here, that looks nice, but her model, not a big fan of. So I don't know if we'll be able to customize past this. Based on certain cutscene details, it doesn't seem like we will, but I think I'm leaning towards male Byleth for now.
The hero the world needs.
The hero the world needs.
Mercenary traveling with a group led by your father, Gerald.
Alright, so... Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. Alright. I don't know if you guys saw that. I actually made it full screen, but... Mercenaries led by your father. Well, we haven't heard that one before, have we? So, we'll see what happens to the father figure this time.
Where you'll receive an offer to teach at the Officers' Academy.
Yeah, so here it is, the whole Hogwarts thing.
At the same time, you alone begin to see a mysterious girl named Sothis, who appears within your mind.
There's Sothis? Okay, I want to point out here, so, me personally, I would have preferred if the main character, the Avatar character, was not too involved in the story, and watched it unfold on the sidelines. Because, I mean, after what happened in Fates, like, I really am not a fan of stories revolving around an Avatar character, because we saw what happened there, we saw what happened in Fire Emblem 12 if you've played it, and even to an extent Awakening. Like, I'm kind of tired of this. Like, I kind of just want to see a story unfold without having a self-insert in there, but we'll see how they handle it. I mean, this is only the Avatar character can see Sothis is already a red flag for this, but we'll see how they handle it. Hopefully it'll be better than the others. Alright, the monastery.
The monastery lies at the center of
Hogwarts.
Territories. It is the home base of the Church of Seiros, the main religion of Fodlan, as well as the Knights of Seiros. Not only does the church serve to maintain order in Fodlan,
we see the emblems there.
Also houses the Officers' Academy. Those who train there will go on to shoulder the future.
We got probably the most fan service looking character here, honestly, throughout the whole trailer. Which, I mean, she doesn't look that crazy, so that's a good sign. Personally, I am tired of super fan service characters in Fire Emblem.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses.
Haha, 3 houses.
Is for students from the Adrestian Empire.
So in the background here, we can kind of see the units you'll probably be able to have in each of these houses. Just a quick preview.
As its house leader. Each house is for students from
I'm obviously gonna pick Edelgard the first time around, but you know,
Their house leader is
I am interested in checking out these other 2 characters. We don't know much about them.
As a professor, you will lead the students of one of these
So
houses.
if you can barely hear it, but there is full voice acting. It seems
There are
they're
many other students
they're
too,
talking up with
each
all these
their own
lines.
unique personalities and skills. Which house will you choose?
Edelgard. Or Edelgard. I forgot how they pronounced it. Alright, so here's where we'll be able to
Students are
get some
expected
in-depth
to
analysis. Well, let me comment on the characters. So I think it was Lucky Crit that mentioned it, that since we're in an academy, all the students are wearing the same clothes, so it kind of makes them look, you know, kind of dull. Like everyone has the same clothes on, so it doesn't make them stand out. But for I think in the actual battles and stuff, you actually see their regular outfits. So, and that probably also changes with class. So we'll see. We'll see, like if they end up actually looking pretty good. The few we saw in the trailers looked fine to me. I really liked them. But here, yeah, you can't really. Nobody really stands out here other than maybe the Hat Girl, Dorothea, I believe her name is, Dorothea, and Edelgard, obviously.
these lands. Sometimes
But
when knights
I'll wait and see like everyone's like
real battle experience.
designs and stuff, actual designs and stuff later. All right, so here we have a glimpse at a map. We have Costas, this bandit chief, I'm assuming. The map looks really, really nice. I really dig it. Like the models look pretty clean, in my opinion. I'm a fan. I mean, Telly's games are my favorite, so I'm a fan of coming back to like actual models being on the mini map. Sprites are nice, of course, but it's nice to be seeing this again. We can see that he's on a probably, you know, tile that heals and stuff, like a throne, basically.
Defeating bandits to suppressing rebellion.
Oh wait, actually, I want to point out
Suppressing
in the bottom corner there.
battle experience.
Oh, never mind. That's for text. Never mind. Auto events and log.
Everything from defeating bandits
That's
to
nothing.
suppressing rebellions.
All right, so here we get a look at. I forgot her name.
Including
Oh, it's going frame by frame. That's not what I want.
everything from defeating bandits to suppressing rebellion.
Yeah, Bernadetta, which is kind of a mouthful, but whatever. All right, so here we can see her attack or her movement, which looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty typical. What's interesting here is the red zone. We can see that she has a range of 2 as you'd expect for a bow user, but she also has a red zone at right here, or I don't know if you can see my mouse, but a range of 1 as well as possible. I want to say that. Well, let's bring up the menu she brings.
These may be classified.
Wait, let me come back to that later. Yeah, right here we see the mini bow. The iron bow we see has a range of 2, as per usual. I'm gonna guess the mini bow actually has a range of 1, which explains why she's able to attack in that red space in front of her. That's my guess. So let's take a look here. She is a noble. I believe all the students we have here are noble class as we go through the later screens. So I'm guessing that's like the trainee class, I want to say. We have our attack, our hit, our crit, as usual. Attack speed, which is a nice addition. It's always kind of annoying checking the menus to check your attack speed. That's a really nice addition. Defense. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be... So her attack is 15 and her defense is 5. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind. That's fine. That's fine. And resilience, I'm assuming, is the new resistance, which is fine, I guess. Her being an archer with only 2 res is kind of unfortunate, though. Avoid 9 would be your crit avoid, I'm assuming. Or, no, just her avoid in general. And range 2, yeah. Let's go back to that menu real quick.
These may be classes.
Alright, so we have attack. I think the only new addition here from the first trailer is Gambit, which we will see later is probably related to her supports and her formation somehow. Yeah, we'll kind of talk about that later. But yeah, attacks are here. Arts probably... Well, the interesting here, we have combat arts show up later. So I'm not sure what this arts is. Maybe it's like actual skills. We'll see. Everything else is typical. Yeah, right here at the top left, you can see her skill. That's probably a in-combat skill. The fiery, whatever that is. Maybe Fury or something, I don't know. But she can use lances apparently too. And her bow. No combat arts, we're at the ZLZR. And we can see she's going to bring up
Each battle.
Curve Shot right here, which has a 3 next to it. I am going to assume that means she uses 3 iron bows up to do this curve shot. And if you notice, this curve shot has 2 to 3 range. So archers getting not being just 2 range only locked is really nice because they're pretty bad in general unless they have those interesting attack ranges like in Echoes. So that's a really nice addition in my opinion.
Are very real. Whether your students live or die will depend on your...
Yeah, I'm a fan of that attack animation personally. It's pretty simple. And, well, yeah, that's all I'll say for it. It's pretty simple. Now this, on the other hand, that kind of looks really disappointing. That looks like a regular attack, but that was a critical hit apparently. And that's really a shame because I feel like critical animations have just gotten worse over the years. Like GBA era being the best, and even the Tellius games had some flashy stuff, like the mastery skills and whatnot. And then once you get the Shadow Dragon, it's kind of like whatever. They're not really shiny at all. And even like the Awakening ones, I'm really not a big fan of, honestly. They just like jump high in the air and come down on a slash like they just did here. The best, well, Echoes did it really well with like the Dread Fighter animations were really cool. And the animations of the game were really good in general. But talking about Fates and Awakening, I wasn't a big fan of their critical animations, and this is not impressive as well. But maybe that's just because they're the trainee class, I want to assume, the noble class, but hopefully it'll get better. Alright, right here we can take a look at these things. So right here, the top we have her regular level bar, experience bar. After that we have professor level, but I'm just assuming that means weapon level because it shows the sword and tactics flag thing with D and E. So that's probably just weapon level. Until a class is mastered, it's probably just talking about level caps. Maybe at capped you can do a certain thing. I don't know. And until battalion levels up. So that's probably related to obviously the background soldiers you have. And she probably had a bunch of infantries. I didn't take a look, but yeah, I don't know what this will mean. We'll see in the future, I guess. I like this girl's design. Let's go back to that. Okay, so here we have the training kind of practice regime thing. Probably a mix of like arena and I don't know, like just a basic training thing, just to get people to level up outside of combat. We have the blue house versus the red house here. I don't remember the names off the top of my head right now, but Ferdinand and Sylvain. Yeah, they can use a bunch of different types of weapons. So it's definitely leaning towards that all these nobles can become whatever class you want them to be, which I will discuss later. But here we can see you get some gold, intermediate seal, which people are thinking that it's probably for class changing and whatnot.
At the Officers Academy, your students will work diligently each day.
I really like the basic animations in general, though. I just don't like the crit ones. Right here we have some sort of tutoring thing. I don't know how I feel about this, but I mean, as long as it's not too tedious or anything, I guess it'll be fine. But it does definitely set that teacher tone. Alright, here we have Dorothea, probably my favorite design out of the new units revealed. Alright, here we can see she is studying or being taught somehow, and she is increasing her weapon levels, presumably. So we have the typical sword, lance, axe on the left, bow, and then we have fist, which we can see later. There's a character using gauntlets, which is a really neat addition. I really like that. And under that we have reason, the 2 tomes, which is most definitely just basic tomes in this game. Since there's 2, I'm guessing there might be a weapon or a magic triangle of some sort, perhaps. Maybe not. Under that is the faith, the white tome. We see later that it'll have to do with healing. And I don't know what this last one's going to be. Like, people are thinking it's like the leadership stars in FE4, 5. But it probably has something to do with your battalion. We'll see. But yeah, she is getting her reason increased. I don't know. The blue obviously means get better. Red means worse. I don't know what this finger will mean, though. And at the top right, we have this, I don't know, stamina thing or enjoyment. Probably like how well they enjoy class and affects how much they grow. Something like that. Oh wait, it changed a little bit.
Master the study of magic.
Okay, yeah. After studying, she loses some of that bar, so that probably has something to do with it. And earned experience 1.5 times. Interesting. And, okay, we see here, oh man. Right here on the left, her little portrait with the heart going up. So, obviously that means she's being more fond of the teacher. Me personally, I really hope they stray away from coupling with students for obvious reasons. I just don't like the whole marriage system in the 3DS games in general. I just find it really cringe. The supports are cringe, and in Awakening the kids system worked fine, but at Fates it was just terrible, awful, and I really hope there is no romancing students in this game. Like between each other they're fine, it's fine, but the teacher and the students, that's just wrong. And that I'm a teacher myself, so it's like, come on, please don't do this, Japan. Don't do it. We'll see how it ends up.
And acquire special skills such as horsemanship.
Alright, here's another menu where they can solo study. Probably just something that can happen over time if they're not deployed in battle or something, I don't know. But you can just have them solo study. For this character, reason and faith, magic and healing, or you can custom change it to one of these, sword, lance, axe, whatever. So yeah, this is basically showing that maybe that all these novels can become whatever you want them to be. Armor, cavalry, flying, whatever. I'm not going to mention the Lynn Hart meme. I mean, it's been beaten to death. I'm sure you guys have already heard. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you can... Seems like you can just make any of these students into whatever you feel like making them. Which I'm personally not a fan of. I feel like it takes away the individuality of these characters. So... I'm kind of about it. Like, the villagers, it's kind of like the same with the villagers and echoes. Like, I am fine with them, but I was like, man, I really would have preferred if they were like their own base unique class. But what can you do? Hopefully it's not only students you get. I highly doubt that will be the case. Here we have Lynn Hart's Healing Byleth. Yeah, the white tome here, the faith, shows that faith is probably has to do with healing and things like that, replacing stabs.
With their future, and it's up to you.
And here's our first look at the Iron Gauntlet. I like that animation. I really like it. Against the Western Church soldier, so I'm probably has to do with the other islands around the continent, or maybe the church itself. There's something going on in the background. We'll find out.
To guide each of them and help them hone their abilities.
Alright, and here is our look at the class-changing system of some sort, where they have to pass an exam. Mercenary, Thief, Knight, Cavalier, Brigand, Archer, Mage, Priest. Basically all the classic stuff, plus Brigand, which is kind of new for reclassing at least. So... yeah, they have to pass an exam, and it takes up an intermediate seal. So I don't know if this will be something with that we have to do every single time. Probably if you pass the exam, you can just freely change that class, I'm guessing. But yeah, I'm the type of guy that loves to leave people as their base class, or a class that's quote-unquote fitting for the character. So I'm probably not going to mess with reclassing too much, but it's fine to have. I wasn't a fan of it in Shadow Dragon and whatnot, but... you know, it's more options is not bad or anything. Yay, let's learn how to pillage villages and become a brigand. Pass the test, nice.
Your students can also interact with each other at the academy.
Alright, yes, this is a nice take on the supports. I think this will be, it's like sets the tone for the support conversations that they're at a dinner table. I think that's nice. Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind characters romancing with each other, the students romancing with each other, but hopefully the conversations this time around are not generic like Fates was. I hope there's more to them, that we can actually learn more about these characters that actually pertain to the plot. Based on the fact that these are all students, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to go towards that, but I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm gonna guess that it's all fully voiced, but yeah, I'll stay optimistic.
Their bonds will strengthen.
The bonds will strengthen, and we'll get the Gambit boost, which is probably what the Gambit is earlier. Which is cool. You can see here 4 units are doing it, so that's kind of interesting. So maybe things won't just be limited to units supporting with one other person.
Will strengthen, and they'll be.
Yeah, so here is our first, second look, I guess. We had one in the first trailer of a Gambit attack, coordinated Gambit. 14 might, 100 crit. And the enemy Black Beast cannot counterattack, so I'm going to assume that this takes place before your actual attack, or it takes place of your turn. It is your move for the action for the turn, and you can just do like one safe attack based on your formation of your battalion and other units.
Support each other on the battlefield.
I really wasn't a fan of this animation, how they just charge at you with that awkward sound effect. I didn't like it in the first trailer, and this here it doesn't seem to be any better. But whatever, it's just a nitpick. Oh yeah, here we have what looks to be Mila's turn wheel, as people speculated. Or some sort of Shulk future vision ability. Maybe it has to do with dragging the Manakete in his mind. I don't know. That gives him like foresight. Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about how the graphics are, and the frame rate for like those scenes sometimes are really bad. But I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. Yeah. So also right there with the black stuff surrounding Byleth, like yeah, that's just another red flag that he's gonna be really important to the plot. I'm just hoping, yeah, that it's not too much, or they just handle it better than they did in previous installments.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses will release on July 26th.
So I did expect a delay, but I didn't think it would be just a couple months. So I am fine with this date. Gives me more time to finish some other games I was rushing to finish. So a good release date. It's during the summer too, like right when the Japanese first semester ends before summer break. So that's just perfect. I'll be able to just marathon this game straight up. So that'll be nice. But yeah, overall, I am super hyped still, but also I was really cautious before the trailer. Now I'm slightly less cautious about it, but still there's some, I don't know, uneasiness, I guess. But they're definitely trying something really new and fresh here, so that's really cool. I just hope they execute it well. Mostly, my biggest thing is just I hope the characters don't lose their individuality. I hope they're not generic, or the support conversations aren't generic. I just hope there's more to them. And hope there's no forced dating sim nonsense. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think differently. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and hopefully we'll be seeing our first 3 houses reps, probably the 3 main lords in Heroes, not too far from the future. Or not too far from now, rather. Alright, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.